next one. On to the next one. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. How you doing? Who's in the building? Who's number
even
one?
if I don't believe in what you protest. Determine the compensation you'll receive. With that,
Gridlock Group. Gridlock Group.
McDonald's Got the Fest 2024, starring Hezekiah Walker, Deshaun Mitchell, Byron Cage, and many more.
Who's number one? Who's in the building?
Newark Symphony Hall.
Is anybody in the building?
Log on to newarksymphonyhall.org for tickets and more information.
Now this message, save on replacement windows now. Go to windowrama.com. 69 degrees and raining, the humidity 92%. The winds are basically calm, 69, going up to a partly sunny 83. I'm Susan Richard, Winds News Time 8:30.
good morning. I'm Scott Stanford. The hunt continues for the shooter who killed a 16-year-old in a Manhattan neighborhood that doesn't usually see a lot of violence.
Chester was arriving from work along Spring Street in Soho when he saw the commotion and the body of a teenage boy shot in the head and thigh on the ground in a pedestrian walkway connecting two streets.
So laid down, looking unconscious, he saw a person was wearing a shirt.
Law enforcement sources say the shooting seemed to stem from a dispute between two groups earlier in the day. Time of the shooting, the victim was with a group, and two people rode up on bikes and drove inside the shooting shop, and they rode off. Not clear the victim was the specific target. Black Stern continues on 92 FM in Soho.
Winter time 8:31.
Yep.
On one Wednesday morning, how we doing out there?
Wednesday morning, rain, go away, come back another day. Wednesday morning, let's suck it. On to the next one. Maybe a man. Eastbound. Heavy and light. No problem.
And guess what? That eastbound Route 3 access to Meadowlands is gone. Thank you. We should start to get a little bit better. Delays right now start at the Garden State Parkway heading into
Yep.
8-minute wait. That whole ride will be about an hour 15. Northern suburbs, southbound Hudson Parkway, 8-19 ride. With this accident, we've got one lane block, and as we check with you now about the bridges and tunnels, 45 minutes to Lincoln.
Bridges and tunnels.
GW Bridge.
Macorima Bridges and tunnels.
Over to Holland Tunnel right now.
Is anybody in the bridges and tunnels?
From the Farmers Dog Traffic Center for human grade dogs we deliver right to your door. I'm Eric Stewart, Tuesday Winds on 92.3 FM.
The New Jersey Symphony played the epic scores of John Williams. Enjoy the favorites from Harry Potter and 4 different Star Wars movies, alongside music from Apocalypse Now and Castaway. May 30th to June 2nd at 3 New Jersey venues. So get your tickets today at njsymphony.org.
Something in the air in the sky. There is something in the air in the sky.
My friends, on this day, May 8th of 1976, ABBA scored their third UK #1 single with Fernando. And meteorologist Joe Lundberg, did you know it was ABBA's best-selling single with over 10 million units in sales? 10 million units? 10 million? Wow. I mean, let's see, 750, that's $7 million. That's a lot of money. Not bad, ABBA. Yeah, that's a nice little chunk of change there. Our weather today, how about that? We had thunderstorms an hour ago, in fact, actually about 40 minutes ago. They're now moving east rapidly. Trumbull, Bridgeport getting in the thick of it as we speak. It's moving through the Lindenhurst and Youngstown areas right now. But outside of that, the rain is quickly escaping to our east, and the rest of the day looks to be rain-free behind this line of
Appointment or
clouds will break through some afternoon sunshine. A gusty breeze, temperature will jump up to 83. It'll be partly cloudy down to 63. They'll turn cloudy and cooler tomorrow. In the afternoon, there'll be some showers, maybe a rumble of thunder, high 70. Then a rainy group will Friday tightly in the upper 50s to low 60s in the area. Not much change this Saturday. Variable clouded 60 to 64. Now the allergy report now sponsored by ENT Allergy Associates, ear, nose, throat, and allergy care close to
a quick delivery and I'll be back. How you doing? Hey, good morning.
I have a question. Does Aya have a tea set?
She has tea what?
A tea set. Tea set. A tea set. You don't know? You don't know? Okay. Yeah, night. No tea in there? Little tea? Okay. They have a birthday party. Like last minute. So I ordered something, but it's up here. So I ordered a few different things. So I wasn't sure which thing to give her. And by the way, I'm waiting on your gift. Also, I still have it sitting there inside. Okay, and then you know, text me if you have the tea set.
I don't have, but up to you.
Is she like that?
Caller may have some extra time on his hands. Girlfriend Taylor Swift resuming her Eras tour in Paris tomorrow. Deborah Rodriguez for 10-10 win.
More accolades for Billy Porter. He's going to be the recipient of
Deborah Rodriguez. What's up, Deborah Rodriguez? How you doing?
Porter, who won a Best Actor Tony in 2013 for his performance in Kinky Boots, serves as an ambassador for the Elizabeth Taylor AIDS Foundation. Twins do sign
I saw mom of Jill, you know, Lillian and Jill.
went to school in Lower Manhattan.
She want to give Aya a birthday gift, like a tea set.
Yeah.
We don't have place for tea set, and Aya is not into tea set.
Yeah.
So I tell her maybe better something else.
Okay. She said necklace.
What?
She said last time necklace.
Necklace? Yeah, okay, so I tell her necklace. Would be better, yeah.
Yeah.
She's here, she's downstairs.
What do you mean?
on the upper of our building.
Oh,
Me too. I gave her a ride. She's going to the park.
okay.
Tea set. And the necklace.
Are you texting her?
Yeah. How you spell necklace? N-E?
No. I mean, she said last time she's planning to give I a necklace.
This is what I said. I don't think tea set. Better the necklace. How you spell necklace? Yeah.
Necklace.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like necklace, you know, a bracelet. She
Yeah.
like it like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, in front of the building.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I put the stroller in the bike room because people with luggage, they complain no place.
Oh, good bike room, yeah, so that I don't have to come down.
Yeah. But also, when I bring the food, I can use the stroller to bring it up, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, I got a job.
Okay, bye. Blessing.
Blessing.
Okay, let's put ourselves in the holy presence of God. God bless your trips. Keep safe. Bring many tips. Have fun. Enjoy it. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Amen. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, later.
Later.
Let's take West 20th Street, 5th Avenue, West 15th Street, Manhattan.
Can you do the pasta? I'm not time for the pasta.
Oh, I don't have my phone.
Where is it?
Okay.
Okay, later. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. How you doing? On to the next one. On to the next one. Who's in the building? Who's number one? Who's number one in the building? Representative.
Turn right on 5th Avenue.
Right on Pip Avenue. Do you know Pip Avenue? Do you know Pip Avenue?
It happened yesterday afternoon in the area of Keith Avenue.
Do you know Pip Avenue?
Williamsburg section. Both the teams were taken to Bellevue, one for stab wounds to the leg, the other for stab wounds to the stomach and arm, and a slash wound to the neck. They're both listed in stable condition. The suspects, who are reportedly also teens, the last team making the 1-4 up Keith Avenue.
In 900 feet.
The pay-by-plate meters will allow drivers to enter their license plate numbers instead of swiping their credit cards or putting in quarters like the
building. Alfred Cruz, Dr. Ray. Behind the voice. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Dr. Ray. RJU Jones, #1 in the building. Ruba Cuba. Scott Belston. Welcome all my children. Welcome all my children. Balabula.
Adam says the pot shops aren't only breaking the law, but they're also making it harder for legal pot shops to get off the ground. The city transportation department getting ready to lower speed limits all over the pot boroughs as a result of Sandy's law that was passed last month at Albany. It's going to let the city lower the base speed limit 20 miles an hour on one and two-lane roadways, 10 miles an hour in areas where safety is a concern. Here's New York City Deputy Mayor of Operations, Mira Joshi.
Even this year, the number of deaths that we have because of traffic violence is higher than it's been in the last couple of years. So this is not a problem that goes away on its own, and it doesn't necessarily go away with education. We actually have to redesign our streets and reformulate the laws that apply.
You've arrived at your destination.
Sammy's was named for 12-year-old Sammy Cohen Epstein, who was killed by a driver near his home in Brooklyn in 2013. News time 8:47. A big name change is on the way to the Boy Scouts. 5 years after the Boy Scouts of America began welcoming girls into Cub Scouting and Scout CSA program, the Boy Scouts of America.
How you doing? The 10 Columbus.
Yes.
Columbus Silk. Okay, welcome. On to the next one. On to the next one. On to the next
Speed trap reported ahead. In a quarter of a mile. Turn right on 8th Avenue. In 1,000 feet. Turn right.
staying out of Glenn Schuck coming up. The Trump classified documents case postponed indefinitely while Stormy Daniels testified in the hush money trial in Lower Manhattan. New York City school chancellor heading to Capitol Hill to testify about anti-Semitism in grade school. Israel reopened the uninspired, survey says. Join the club. In sports, Rangers beat the Hurricanes in double overtime. They now lead their playoff series 2 games to none. Both the Mets and Yanks also winners. As you weather, some later will get to 83. Wednesday time 9:01. Traffic and transit with Karen Stewart.
camera reported ahead.
Have a work routine that's become stale. 64% acknowledge that getting more exercise will probably help their mood, like working out to this good song. 17% admitted to working out, though, only once a week or less. As for what else might help, 42% said more snack breaks would be good. 35% wanted a mental health break during the workday. Thousands of Taylor Swift fans who missed out on her U.S. concert tour last year are making a vacation out of the European leg of her tour. That kicks off tomorrow in Paris and the arena says 20% of the tickets for the four sold-out shows were sold to Americans. In Stockholm, 10,000 concert goers from the U.S. are expected.
Media spokesperson Melanie Fish says even though the trip to states were to Europe, including airfare and hotel, costs about the same as just the concert ticket in the U.S. Expedia says a pattern they call tour tourism emerged during Beyonce's Renaissance tour. MasterCard says there was a boost in restaurant, hotel, and retail spending near Swift venues in the U.S. They're expecting the same for her 18th City Eras tour in Europe. Is organizing an overseas family vacation around a favorite artist a trend that will hold? Nashville travel consultant Pat Morgan doesn't think so, saying Taylor Swift is a one-off. She's special. Booking Holdings CEO Brent Fogel agreed, saying the Swift effect causes a blip of her worldwide travel. One star turning around does not make a difference. I'm Jennifer Kate.
Well, it's a must-have item for a Prince fan with deep pockets. The guitar he played multiple times during the Purple Rain, Sign of the Times, and other big tours is hitting the auction block. The Cloud 3 expected to fetch his...
Sarah Isberg in Washington. When we return, here's a question for you. Which city has the most millionaires? And a beloved chain of stores is closing after a century. That's coming up next.
Hey, I want to share my excitement about an incredible vacation adventure in November. Two beautiful and iconic European cities, London and Paris. 3 nights in London at the Marriott Kingston Hotel. Go for a stroll with the Norwegian Park. We'll check out this wonderful little neighborhood off the beaten path called Little Venice. Now where people live on little boats there. It's absolutely adorable and it's a good restaurant. Then we're going to travel in style to Paris. Our home for 3 nights will be the Pullman Eiffel Tower on the Seine. We'll pop over to Shakespeare and Company, which is the famous bookstore where Hemingway used to hang out. Lots of fun stuff to do. We're going to have a tour of the city in a tuk-tuk. Probably sip some champagne. Breakfast is included every day, along with a few dinners and drinks together. Now, if you want to find out more about this, you've got to call my friends at Cruise and Tour. They're at 800-383-3130. That's 800-383-3131. They'll give you all the details on the trip, or visit michaeltrip.com. That's michaeltrip.com.
You've arrived at your destination.
In November. Can't wait to see you guys.
I'm Bernie Butter with the WOR traffic. Big problem right now on 78 on the eastbound side. Tractor trailer fire. Currently 2 right lanes are closed, but it is subject to closure. It's an hour-long delay back from exit 41. This is between the Summit Road overpass and exit 48, Route 24, along the eastbound side of 78. Westbound, you've got rubbernecking slowdowns as they look at that tractor trailer fire between exit 48 and exit 45. Quite busy. Meantime, the GW Bridge still heavy. 45 to 50 upper, 30 for the lower. You've got outbound lower level construction set up along the right side of the roadway. Lincoln's 40. All is going to be 45 to 50 from 1 to 9 in about 30 minutes from the Turnpike approach. This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and
Oh, anyone here?
Can you drop it further down? Actually, down.
Here?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. God bless you. Have a good day. 7 blessings. Good luck. Good luck with
Thank you.
stuff. Thank you.
At the roundabout, take the 4th exit. Then turn left on West 60th Street.
York and need assistance with daily living, you can receive a 100% free service and get help in the comfort of your own home by a loved one. Call Freedom Care now so you can receive daily help preparing meals, bathing, doing laundry, receiving transportation, and more. All done by a family member or friend that gets paid to be your caregiver. You get to decide who provides your care, and your caregiver gets
On West 60th Street.
100% free to you. Call in the next 10 minutes to see if you qualify. The Freedom Care family will explain the process. Freedom Care is #1 in New York and has received over 4,000 five-star reviews. They've been helping families for years. This service is 100% free to you through Medicaid. So call right now and see how fast you can get started with Freedom Care. Call 516-613-5974. 516-613-5974. I'm Martin Hope, the inventor of Nevada Nasal Care, and I love Nevada. I told you about how your nose is the body's air filter. This device's powered suction will help flush out allergies, viruses, and device will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Nevada? Like Haley, quote, Nevada is the best thing I've bought. I love it. My nose feels so clear now and I can breathe. I've been struggling with a stuffy nose for weeks. I bought Nevada and it's amazing. For this one, I use Nevada every night. Could not imagine life without it. I have 5 cats, and before I found Nevada, I was a slob mess. Now I breathe so much better.
You've arrived at your destination.
Those are two of over 100,000 online reviews praising Nevada. All-natural solutions trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Nevada is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Novage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life. Discover a career that matters at the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Be part of an innovative team delivering world-class health care and benefits to America's veterans. Enjoy robust benefits, work-life balance, and career development opportunities. Join a diverse and inclusive community that values your unique background and skills. A community where nearly 1 in 3 of your colleagues are veterans themselves. Apply now at vacareers.va.gov. It's slimmer for the summer by losing a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40 plus pounds in only 40 days with NJ Diet.
Hi, for a
Call
mirror.
8555 NJ Diet or go to njdiet.com. Get ready for summer with njdiet.com.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Now, if a family member or a friend asked you for financial advice or where to go for tax help, well, would you send them somewhere with hundreds and hundreds of complaints? Of course not. That's why for years you've heard me say if you do owe back taxes, if you didn't file returns in years gone by, or if you are a business owner and you're behind on your payroll taxes, you need to call my friends at Rush Tax Resolution today.
Turn left on Columbus Avenue.
And make your situation a lot worse and put you, your family, and or your company in jeopardy. And there are a lot of imposters out there, but Rush Tax
In
Resolution
400
are
feet,
the only
turn
tax
left
relief
on
firm
West
I trust
58th
and
Street.
have protected so many of my listeners from tax disasters and saved them a ton of money. Call Rush Tax now for a free IRS transcript investigation.
Turn left on
And they'll
West
tell you
58th Street.
upfront and for free that they can help you. They will only take your case if they know they can help you. Period. 855 IRS. Call RushTaxResolution.com.
EasyCater, 100,000 restaurants, one platform. Need food for a meeting or a company event? EasyCater has ordering all in one place, which means all you need to do is sit back and enjoy the food. From ordering to reporting, EasyCater has everything to make food for work work. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S. Over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity is stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com.
Make sure your family is well taken care of with life insurance. Protect your phones, laptops, and more with electronic device insurance. And even cover your furry friends with pet health insurance. Visit Progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. It's brand new, season 2. I'm Marissa Fallberg.
And I'm Stephen Wolf Pereira. programs, and we're excited to be back, having bigger, bolder, and always real conversations.
Straight from the C-suite front lines of marketing, media, and more.
We have great friends joining from people you may know, like Wilmer Valderrama and Bobby Burke.
And people you'll want to know. So grab a coffee or, hey, even an Aperol Spritz and come join us on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart.
Open your free iHeart app today and search brand new.
You got this, New York.
Glenn Berman and Michael Riedel in the morning.
On WOR.
Well, another iconic New York store shutting down. Sam Ash, where you went to get all your musical instruments when you were a kid. They're closing all 42 stores, I guess. Probably victim of Amazon, right? If you want a trumpet, you ordered it on Amazon these days. Yeah, you must have taken...
I think, Michael, there were 3 of the stores in New York, but it was iconic because, I mean, my kids, you know, can we go to Sam Ash? That was an activity, you know, much like back in the day going to Blockbuster.
Right.
We got to Blockbuster tonight.
That was fun.
Sam Ash, that was a big deal.
Sam Ash, yeah. And I never went there, I guess because I didn't grow up in New York. But I'll remember this. We had, and I love music stores because I love music. We had in Rochester, well, I grew up in Geneseo, but in Rochester, New York, we had this wonderful place called the Music Shop, SHOPPE, where you buy your trumpets and your pianos and your records. But what I love most of all, they had an extensive collection of sheet music. So I played the piano as a kid, and I loved movie theme songs. And as soon as a movie came out, I'd rush to the music lover shop. And I would get the latest James Bond theme song for the piano, or Arthur's theme. I learned to play that. I found all that stuff at the music lover shop. And I was back in Rochester not too long ago, and I went over to see it. Gone. All gone. Because, you know...
That's what you did, huh? That's what you did. Me, you know, wanted Mickey Mantle's baseball card. What do I know?
I wanted Sheena Easton for Your Eyes Only.
Sheet music.
Estimated time in traffic, 7 minutes.
I have a Henry Mancini anthology. I've kept all my sheet music, by the way, after all these years. I don't have a piano now, but I'm thinking of getting an electronic keyboard, because one of the things I want to do as I drift off into the sunset of life is to take up piano lessons again.
Where are you going?
What are you doing?
Right now?
Leave it up.
It's a long, long way from May to December. I'm going to play only sad songs. But no, it's one thing, it's on my list of things to do. I want to take up piano lessons again. Can you imagine what my wife would think, though, if I'm banging away out there? Because I'm not very good anymore.
I hated piano lessons as a kid. I really did.
Oh, me too.
I love it. I didn't like I love classical music now. I hated the classical music, but I would only play for the recitals movie theme songs. And everybody loved it, because all the other kids are doing, you know, Moonlight Sonata, Brahms, slow, boring, Beethoven stuff. And I'd be...
I am with you, though. I had to take piano lessons. I had an organ in my house. My brother was super talented, and I was not. I think I was forced to take it until, I think her name was Mrs. Bukowski. That was my piano teacher. One day she sent a note. Stop taking lessons. But you know what?
On the high school team instead.
Mrs. Bukowski was right. I was stressed out, and I didn't like it.
I had a double win. My brother not only could play the piano great, he could play the violin. He had to play 2 instruments. Wow, music and art. That's what he did.
Yeah.
I could do neither.
My brother played the French horn. I mean,
That's a good
Who
instrument.
doesn't?
right?
No, I'm telling you, if you listen to Mahler's Second Symphony, there's a beautiful French horn solo in Mahler's Second Symphony. We'll find that for you. I'll play that for you.
Michael, what city has the most rain?
I would say probably somewhere out west, but Silicon Valley area, or wrong, New York City. 48 today. 2013, 2020, far away. And you're one of them. You know, you want one? And so you're a part of the team. Thanks for providing the financial details on my life. I think somebody else on the show has a few more million than I do. Pretty much probably everybody else. All right, speaking of Larry Menke, well-off Larry Menke. This guy, nice.
Thank you, millionaire. Graphic testimony from Stormy Daniels at the hush money trial of Donald Trump. The defense claims it's not relevant to the case, but legal analyst Dan Abrams says it is, because Trump denies having sex with her.
In terms of understanding the context around the deal, if he had just said, yes,
this happened, I think that would make her testimony more irrelevant. I would think the defense would have a better argument that so much of her testimony shouldn't have been admitted, but the minute he denies it, I think he makes that an issue.
Stormy Daniels will face cross-examination when the trial resumes tomorrow. After grilling college presidents a couple of weeks ago, a House committee is today addressing anti-Semitism in elementary and high schools. School's Chancellor David Banks is among those scheduled to testify.
Exclusion and intimidation are against everything that public education stands for and everything that I personally stand for as the chancellor of the largest school system in the nation.
You'll remember the previous House hearing led to the resignation of a couple of college presidents.
Yeah. I can't believe the one in Columbia is still hanging on.
Yeah.
Gee, this is incompetent. Ooh.
The city is beginning to install those new pay-by-plate parking meters today. Instead of placing a paper receipt on your dashboard, drivers will now put their license plate number into a parking kiosk or app. The new meters are first being installed in Washington Heights, but will quickly expand all across the city. And the story of Prince Harry's relationship with his family is taking another strange turn. Harry is back in the UK today to mark a decade of the Invictus Games. But King Charles doesn't have the time to see his son.
Too busy. And that's bizarre to me. That is bizarre to me. Wow.
Harry says his father is blaming a full program, and he is understanding of his father's commitments and other priorities. He says he hopes to see his dad soon. The two haven't seen each other since February in the aftermath of Charles being diagnosed with cancer.
That's warm and fuzzy. I hope to see Dad one of these years.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
Very strange.
But also, his family fell apart when the Queen died.
Yeah,
It's like
he was holding it all together. They knew they had to behave around her, and now she's gone, they can do whatever they want.
Like crashing.
The Dow is down 50. Everything's down today, ending the winning streak, at least for now. Who knows what happens at the end of the day? The S&P is down 21, and the NASDAQ is down 150.
Thank you, Larry Mendy. Up next, the actress, the beautiful actress, Jane Seymour. She's starring in a new movie. And a preview for us, Jane Seymour, coming up.
Very cool.
Let's talk about my friends at PC Richard & Son, a Florida company. Family-owned, and I trust them. The experts at PC Richard & Son use a 4-step mattress fitting process so that your new bed fits you perfectly. They guarantee it. During the Memorial Day sale, save you, up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic and up to $800 on Stearns & Foster adjustable mattress set. Plus, you get the $300 cash back good towards any other same-day purchase. Buy a select Freely mattress, $699 up, and get a free adjustable base. And in-home delivery on any mattress, $199 up, is free too. And now through June the 6th, use your PC Richard & Son credit card and get 36-month special financing on all mattress purchases, $29.99 up. So, do what I do. Get the PC Richard & Son, the family-owned company you can trust for your new mattress. PC Richard & Son. Shop smart, shop local.
I'm Bernie Viter with the WOR traffic. A tractor trailer caught on fire. This is in Springfield, New Jersey on the eastbound side of 78 between the Summit Road overpass and exit 48. That's where you're going to have the right lane blocked off. And it is about an hour-long delay back from exit 40. Almost an 8-mile-long delay there on the eastbound side of 78 from exit 40 into exit 48. Steer clear if you can. And westbound, you're going to be heavy as well with rubbernecking as you pass by the scene. Meantime, there's a road collapse in Jersey City, closing Marion Boulevard both directions until further notice. This is between Brand Street and further for Columbus Drive. You do have also 7th Street parking rules in effect for today. And this report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America's powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/24. Our next traffic update is coming up in 15 minutes. Now let's take a look at the WOR Weather Channel forecast.
Showers, thunderstorms rolling through this morning. It's a brief window, and I think by midday we're out of the threat from west to east. Might get some sun later today. Warm front going north, up to 85 degrees. Tonight, 60. Tomorrow, some more showers near 70. Right now, 67 at WOR. I'm meteorologist Ray State.
Roy Travis and Buck Sexton. New York and LA, both out of control. what this is. There were a lot of people who have nothing to do with the school who were at these protests. Think about that. Voices you need with times like this. Clay Travis and Bob Saxton weekdays at noon on 710 WOR.
We're going abroad for the first time in years. To Spain.
But we don't speak Spanish.
So we started using Babbel.
You started learning Spanish fast. With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks. Babbel's conversational method teaches you real-life words and phrases. So with Babbel's interactive bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿De dónde eres? ¿De dónde eres?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish.
Estoy muy emocionado para ir a España contigo.
Aw, she just said, I'm very excited to go to Spain with you. Nos vamos a divertir mucho.
And that means we're going to have a lot of fun.
Sí. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. Just go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Over the past 2 weeks, I've been sharing my excitement about the incredible vacation adventure awaiting us this November. Now picture yourself in 2 beautiful and iconic European cities. For 3 nights in London, we'll be at the Marriott Kensington Hotel, and then we'll travel in style to Paris, the city of lights. A unique and comprehensive city tour is next, traveling in an electric tuk-tuk while sipping champagne. Our home in Paris for 3 nights is the Pullman Eiffel Tower Hotel on the artsy side of the beautiful and romantic Seine River. Home to jazz and many writers and artists. Breakfast is included every day for us, along with a few dinners.
Okay.
We'll even have a
Thank you so much. Sure.
inside the Eiffel Tower.
Next month.
We will be making memories to last a lifetime. You can get all the details at michaeltrip.com or by calling Cruise and Tour at 800-383-3131. That's michaeltrip.com or 800-383-3131. Hope to have you.
It sounds like this. But hop a short flight to Daytona Beach, Florida, and soon it will sound like this.
What's going on, people? What's going on?
Because here, stress ceases to exist. What you'll find instead are seaside accommodations, 23 miles of sprawling beaches, and exciting activities for all ages. So don't be surprised if you hear some of this soon. Plan your trip at DaytonaBeach.com today. Daytona Beach. Beach on. Hear those pearls of wisdom from Len and Michael you may have missed, along with the rest of today's show. Go to 710WOR.com/Len and Michael and download the daily Len and Michael in the Morning podcast. 710WOR.com/Len and Michael.
One of the world's most celebrated fashion designers, Karl Lagerfeld was renowned for his aspirational and cutting-edge approach to style. His unique vision of Parisian chic comes to America through Karl Lagerfeld Paris, with women's and men's collections including ready-to-wear, accessories, shoes, and bags. The fashion house Karl Lagerfeld also offers a range of
Okay.
premium fragrances. Explore the spring collection at karllagerfeldparis.com. That's karllagerfeldparis.com.
Okay. Running around like a two lost souls in a meatball. Running around like a two lost ball in a meatball. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue sky the main. So you think you can tell. Billionaire. Billionaire. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue sky the main. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue sky to main.
On the voice of New York. Program, award-winning actor Jane Seymour, in a brand new film called show, and you're playing a part where your character gets dementia. Now, was this a role that you eagerly looked forward to, or did you approach it with trepidation?
No, I read the script and I went, wow,
So
this
you
is
did.
beautiful. And this is unique and different. This is not a sort of tragic dementia story. This is really teaches you more about the process, about what happens in that journey, and especially what happens to those around the person with dementia. And Ruby is a magical character who inadvertently solves all the issues of the whole family whilst going, through of not being able to be in the present moment. So I have been told if you're dealing with anyone with dementia or Alzheimer's, or you have it yourself, I would imagine, it's pretty magical. And I filmed it actually during. It could be anyone, anywhere. It's a family drama, really. And Ruby, the connection that they ultimately have with Ruby through the granddaughter is not just her past, but it's a lot of music and dance and art. And so, the takeaway from it when I've watched it with in an audience with people come up afterwards and say, "Oh my gosh, you just," or whatever it is, and you've brought light back into my life as to what I can do. In some cases died with Alzheimer's stuff. So, it's really important for caregivers to see this, because they need to know that they have to take care of themselves too. And also to know, that you can't keep trying to tell that person that they've got it wrong, or, who they are, or that they've said something or done something 25,000 times. It's always fresh, it's always new, it's always in the moment. All we know is now. And so someone with dementia or Alzheimer's just has now, whatever that now is, and you can connect with them at any level, whether they know who you are or not, it doesn't really matter. I've met people, I made the film I'll Be Me with Glenn Campbell, and oh my God, we still laugh about some of the things that Glenn would do, and at the same time it was incredibly tragic and sad, because, he was this brilliant musician, and he couldn't help himself. He was losing his mind, and family. So it is very, very important for everybody to understand how they can deal with it. And that's why I'm really proud of playing this role. It's so rich. It allowed me to laugh and cry and to really behave like a 20-year-old at one point, and a very sad old lady at another point. So it has every color of the rainbow in it.
Hey, Jane, before you run, you worked with somebody who was a friend of mine. I used to see him when he came to New York all the time, and I just thought he was the most charming and one of the wittiest people on the planet. That would be Roger Moore. You starred in his first James Bond movie, Live and Let Die, one of my favorites. Did you have as much fun on that set with Roger as I would have with him at lunch at when he would come to town?
Oh my goodness.
Allow me to introduce myself. Yep. Who is in the building? Anybody in the building? Representative? Right? Where's my knife? Where's my knife?
Hello.
Hello? Hello?
Hello. We're following up with your online request for a...
I don't know, I just keep going, and I think I don't repeat myself. I think I've always tried to play different roles, but I like to manage raising 4 children, at some point 6 children, at the same time as working. So maybe I could have made some other choices and done some bigger movies, but in retrospect, I'm actually really happy with most of what I got to do. And the fact that now at 73 I have a hit series on Acorn and BBC America, which is the third season coming now, and it's all over the world. Now I have the gift of that it kind of was like Ruby's Choice, I'll Be Me, and all these other movies that I'm doing. I'm just incredibly grateful, and because I think I'm a better actress now, I definitely am than I was. Like, I also have so much more to say. You know, it's just saying a woman is my age.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Earlier with us, actress James Seymour, the TV series for Acorn TV and BBC America's Harry Wild, and the movie is Ruby's Choice. Thank you, James. It was really great speaking with you. Thanks, James.
Thanks, Ruby.
I'll tell you, Michael, the absolute joy of this show is some of the people who get the speakers and just the life of James Seymour. I never thought during my career I would this movie. So I've actually sort of check her out. She's 20 years old and living the life. Oh my God, what a babe.
Hello. 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 Who's in the building? Experiment.
Actually, I've met her a whole bunch of times. And yeah, she is super nice. You know, like you say, you don't expect to meet certain people or stuff. You know, she's just a big TV movie show. You know, it's always go down to earth.
It's great. Check her out.
Experiment. Do you have experiment? What is your experiment? Hello? What is your experiment? Do you have experiment?
Doesn't get much more exciting than this. What am I talking about? We'll find out. Plus, our morning show recap.
Boulevard both ways in Jersey City. This is all because of a road collapse between Grand Street and Christopher Columbus Drive. No word on when that will reopen. This is right by Jersey City Hall and about a block away from the Grove Street past the train station. Half trains are not impacted. Another big problem is going to be along the stretch of 78 in Springfield eastbound.
What is your experiment?
Overpass and exit 48. That's a tractor trailer fire along the right side of the roadway with some extensive delays. This is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Mother's Day is coming up, and Macy's Backstage has amazing deals on great gifts that mom's going to love. All for $15 and under. Get low prices every day at Macy's Backstage. Find a store near you today at Macy'sBackstage.com. Off price on trend, arriving daily. Our next traffic update is coming up in 15 minutes. Now let's take a look at the WOR Weather Channel forecast.
Big temperature variation this morning with a warm front pushing north. With many of us around the city in the mid-upper 60s already, but some 50s to the north. Rain showers will come through, maybe a thunderstorm. It should end as we get into the afternoon with developing sunshine. High 85. Showers tomorrow, high 70. Right now, 67 at WOR. I'm meteorologist Ray Stagin. Here's Larry with a look at today's top story.
Good morning, Ray. Dozens were arrested during a protest at the Fashion Institute of Technology. Stormy Daniels faces cross-examination today. And cops are looking for the killer of a teen in Soho. Details coming up on 710 WOR.
Jesse Kelly. Better get yourself your own gang of gladiators now and put down that stupid pocket constitution, because only one of those things is going to protect you. Jesse Kelly. Weeknights at 6 on 710 WOR. Are you still holding on to that winter weight? Well, shed that fat. Get ready for the warmer weather of spring with NJ Diet. You know, for over a decade, they've helped thousands of people lose a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40 plus pounds in just 40 days. That's twice as fast as weight loss injections without any of the nasty side effects. NJ Diet uses hair, saliva samples, scans, the personalized natural solutions and supplements. Info to help you keep the weight off. This is fully supervised the entire time. Make sure you're burning fat, not just losing water. So make sure you have your doctor's personal email and phone number. They have locations all over New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. But you can even do it from anywhere with live online consultations. Give them a call at 855-5NJ-DIET.
Sure.
855-5NJ-DIET. Or schedule a consultation today. NJDiet.com. NJDiet.com.
Or r.com/rules.
Hey folks, Larry over here. You've probably been hearing me endorse Y-Refi for some time now, and yes, it's true. I invest my own money with them. What makes Y-Refi so different from other investments? Let's quickly break it down. Y-Refi offers a secured, collateralized portfolio with a strong, fixed rate of return up to 10.25%. There is no attack on your principal if you ever need your money back, and you are in control. You can let your investment compound daily or take income, whatever you choose. There are absolutely no fees, and an investment in Y-Refi is an investment in America's future. Simply call 888-Y-REFI-24. That's 888-Y-REFI-24. And when you call, you will not get a sales pitch. Just the info you need to see if Y-Refi is a better investment option for you. Or log on to investyrefi.com. That's invest, the letter Y. Tell them Larry Older sent you.
Balance of Nature supplements, changing the world one life at a time.
Hello, my name is Jim. I'm a very outdoors, active type person. With Balance of Nature, it sure has helped me feel really good every day. The fruits and vegetable ingredients, I think, is the whole foundation of what makes the product so good for me. I'm looking at the future, and I do not want to stop doing what I'm enjoying. With the product, I know I'll be able to continue it. I feel great. Can't complain about anything.
Start your journey with Balance of Nature supplements. Call 1-800-246-8751 or go to balanceofnature.com and sign up as a new preferred customer. And for a limited time, get 35% off your first order, plus $10 off any additional set with free shipping and our money-back guarantee. Go to balanceofnature.com or call 1-800-246-8751 and get this special offer by using discount code WOR.
Over the past 2 weeks, I've been sharing my excitement about the incredible vacation adventure awaiting us this November. Now picture yourself in two beautiful and iconic European cities. The 3 nights in London will be at the Marriott Kensington Hotel, and then we'll travel in style to Paris, the City of Lights. A unique and comprehensive city tour is next, traveling west of the so sipping champagne. Our home in Paris for 3 nights is the Pullman Eiffel Tower Hotel on the artsy side of the beautiful and romantic Seine River. Home to jazz and many writers and artists. Breakfast is included every day for us, along with a few dinners and drinks together. We'll even have a gourmet meal inside the Eiffel Tower. We will be making memories to last a lifetime. You can get all the details at michaeltrick.com or by calling Cruise and Tour at 800-383-3131. That's michaeltrick.com. 383-3131. Hope to have you traveling with me in November.
WOR, WASQHD2 New York, an iHeartRadio station. Listen on the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, sports, talk, and podcasts. Free. Never sounded so good.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now.
Yo, Jesse, where are you going?
Featuring these album tracks from iconic artists like the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, The Who, The Stones, and more. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Steve Cuts, and listen now. iHeartRadio, free never sounded so good.
This is New York in the morning. Len Berman and Michael Ringo on 710 WOR.
Well, Len and I are wrapping it up here, but you want to stick around for Mark Simone. He welcomes to his show Roger Friedman from Showbiz411.com and best-selling author, my pal, Ann Coulter. Let's head over to 710WOR.com for your next chance to win $1,000. It's coming up after the news at 10 o'clock. Now, if you missed anything, you want to go to our website, 710WOR.com/LenMichael. Find the little podcast tab and click it, and you can relive all the fun. That's what I do. As soon as I get home, I go find the podcast tab, and I listen to all my funny lines, all the jokes I made. I do. Seriously, do. I do. And then I listen to all your funny lines. And then when my wife comes home from work, I make her listen to them. That's what we do. 710WOR.com/LenMichael. All right.
Yep.
Lay the sports story on me, Len.
Well, I'm just trying to we do a recap here. I'm trying to recap how many people you said was your friend today. You just said Ann Coulter.
Yep.
You had Clive Davis.
Yep.
You had Roger Moore. You had Barry Diller. Did I leave anyone out? Good friends.
Hoagie Carmichael? Okay.
So here we go. I don't know how you felt when you covered Broadway, but when I covered sports, people would say, you're so lucky, sports. And I'd say, I got to tell you, the day in and day out of sports, you know, there's 162 baseball games, and not everyone is the seventh game of the World Series, you know? So the big, fabulous, exciting moments would come occasionally, but when they came, oh boy, that's what reminded you why you love sports so much. And, I remember nothing beats playoff hockey when it goes into multiple overtimes. I remember there was an Islander-Washington 4 overtime games back in 1987, and I was still the last holdout to get cable, so I would have to listen to the radio. Sit there, and it's like well after midnight. Nothing's more exciting. Anyway, last night at Madison Square Garden, the Rangers and Carolina were tied, and it went into a second overtime, and hit it. Kenny Albert, setting it back out for a shot at clock. Zibanejad towards the net, knocked down, Trocheck scores! He scores! Vincent Trocheck wins game 2 in double overtime, and is mobbed by his Ranger teammates. Great call, Kenny Albert, who I've known since he was a little kid on ESPN Radio. Wow. Vincent Trocheck for the Rangers. Second overtime. It wasn't exactly Matteau. Right. With, Howie's great call. Howie Rush. But anyway, nothing beats. I'm telling you, Michael, you don't have to be a sports fan to get excited when the game goes multiple overtime.
I tell you, my wife, Christina, she was watching the game last night. She was glued to the set. Well, I tried to get her to listen to my jokes that I made on the podcast.
Well,
but and the Rangers we have to bear. True. So, all right, a little recap here for you. ABC News correspondent Verdana Miller says Israel has been caught off guard by Hamas.
Israel did not know the extent of Hamas's tunnel network, its capabilities to build its own rockets and weapons, training capabilities, and, most important, it did not take its genocidal ideology seriously.
USA Today sports columnist Christine Brennan says women's sports are seeing a surge in popularity.
It's Caitlin. Israel did not. It's Caitlin Clark, but it's also where women's sports are right now. And when you see the interest, when you see people buying tickets, and they're moving arenas, we're mad. I mean, it's like a rock star.
Dr. Gregory Poland of the Mayo Clinic suffered a side effect from the vaccine.
After my second mRNA vaccine, I developed what's called tinnitus, or ringing in your ears. Of course, there was no data. There's nobody who knows more about the vaccine than I did, so there was no one to ask. I went ahead and got my 3rd dose, and that ringing got infinitely worse.
That's amazing. News Nation now hosts.
Yeah, and then we're gonna continue.
This ride has a stop.
Okay. Let's see. Take a look. See where's that stop?
It says NYC Mega Mart.
Yeah. You see the cross street. Yeah. It's around the block 7th Avenue and 50th Street. Yeah. Then we continue.
Yeah.
JFK is the worst because at least 1.5 hour, 2 hour, because so much construction, so much traffic, yeah.
Okay.
That's why I said take yourself 1 hour and a half to 2 hours to be relaxed. So much traffic.
Okay. So our flight leaves at 4:50.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop here just in the corner, right?
Is this one?
Right here. It's the end.
Okay. Be back.
Yeah, sure. Take your time.
What does it show that it's at?
Yeah, right. כן, מה קורה?
תגיד לי, מה זה אצלכם עכשיו?
10 בבוקר.
הייתי בית, תסתכל עכשיו במשרד השיכון.
מה קרה?
הלו?
כן.
תתקשרו להם במשרד השיכון, הם לא רוצים להביא לי בית.
למה לא?
כי הם רואים, הם חושבים שהבית שלי, מה יש לי ממנו חלק, אמרתי להם אין להם, אמרתי, אין לי שום חלק, אני לא בעל הבית, אתה קנית אותו והחוזה על שמך.
נו.
הלו?
כן, אני שומע, אז מה לעשות? תשאר איפה שאתה נמצא.
אמרו לי שאני אשאר להם, כתוב מהעתק של החוזה שאני לא רשום שמה, ואז הם ייתנו לי בית. ככה הם לא ייתנו לי.
זה מה, הם לא רואים שאתה לא רשום שם?
לא, הם לא רואים, הם רוצים... תשלח לי חוזה, תשלח להם, יראו שאני לא רשום, שאני לא אין לי רשם, אני לא בעל הבית, זה לא הבית שלי, לא שום דבר, ואז אני אקבל דירה. ככה הם לא אמרו לי, אם לא, אני לא אקבל בית. אני צריך לגור ברחוב.
כן, טוב, נשלח
לברדה.
העורכת דין. צריך עורך דין?
יש לך העתק פה?
העתק?
יש לך העתק בארץ?
לא יודע, אני אבדוק עם העורכת דין שלי.
מה זה שם? איזה עורכת דין שלך?
אני לא מבין, איזה העתק של מה?
נכון שקריב בבית הוא על שמך?
כן.
אני לא רשום שמה?
לא רשום בכלל, אין לך שום קשר, אני לא מבין מה מבלבלים את המוח.
בסדר, אז הם רוצים לראות את החוזה שאני לא רשום, שאתה בעל הבית ולא אני, ואני אקבל את הדירה שלי. כן.
3 חדר קומת קרקע?
קומת קרקע, כן.
צריך לשלם?
לא, בחינם, הכל בחינם.
יופי, אני אשלח לך העתק. אשלח לברדה העתק. אשלח לה אימייל.
מה האימייל?
העתק באימייל. אתה רוצה בדואר או באימייל? אשלח לה אימייל, היא יכולה להדפיס את זה בעבודה של אריאל.
לא, צריך לאריאל. האימייל שלו
הוא ידפיס את זה שם בעבודה שלו. זה התוכנית, עוד מעט נמכור, בעזרת השם נמכור את הבית. נמכור את הבית, שיקנה את הבית של אבא. יהיה לכל אחד סכום יפה.
הלו?
כן.
הלו?
כן.
רגע, טוב, תשמע רגע, אני משרד הסיכון. תתקשר רגע לאריאל, שייתן לך את המספר אימייל.
יש לי, הוא שלח לי אימייל אתמול. אבל מה עם החבילה? קיבלת את החבילה?
רגע, ואימייל מגיע מאמריקה לפה?
מגיע תוך שעה.
תענה?
כן, מגיע תוך שעה, אימייל מגיע תוך שעה.
אז תתקשר אליו לטלפון, לא, אין לו מחשב בבית, מחשב בעבודה.
אני יודע, יש לי אריה את קרגל, שם העבודה זה קרגל.
באימייל את העתק חוזה.
תגיד, מה עם החבילה? קיבלת את החבילה?
כן, ברור צריכה להביא אותה.
מה?
ברור צריכה להביא אותה.
היא קיבלה את זה כבר?
זה אמרה שהיא קיבלה.
שלא יקחו לך את הדברים.
לא יקחו, מה, יביאו לי את החבילה לפה.
הנה, ארי את קרגל COIL. אריאל יהודה פיק.
אתה לא בבית עכשיו, אתה עושה עליי.
לא, אני אומר לך, אני רואה את האימייל שלו. סלקט. קאפ.
אתה צריך ללכת לחזור הביתה, אתה בחוץ, לא?
אני באוטו, אבל אני באוטו.
אתה צריך לחזור הביתה, לא את החוזה, לא?
אולי יש לי העתק בטלפון.
יש לך העתק?
כן.
תבדוק רגע, תבדוק רגע, בגוגל.
בסדר, כשאני אגיע לבית, כמו שאתה אומר, אני אשלח לו. אז תגיד, מה, ורדה קיבלה את החבילה? אני לא מבין.
כשהיא מתקשרת אליי, כן, היא קיבלה, אני אחזור אליך עוד מעט.
אוקיי, ביי. You got it?
We got it.
Okay. We go to the next one.
Yes.
On to the next one. On to the next one.
still come to court. But they had a meeting that concluded they have to be our entire separate building of rights. So they decided that, but I think the service will prevail. And we have to be able to come to it. But it wasn't a disaster. Absolute disaster. So I have to break it. If you want to appeal legislation, you have to object to it in court. And instead, you have to check a little more. You kind of rub it in. Why? It's bad word. Well, they did object to the weekend. All you legal experts point out.
Speed trap reported ahead.
So salacious, so prejudicial that even guaranteed personal. So this case falls like the Jack Smith case, that the document is completely lost. That will never happen. Jack Smith case, Jack Smith, Jack Smith turns out to be the most dishonest guy in the world. Ruthless, brutal guy. That's what it's called in here. If you need a special counsel, there's about 2,600 guys in Washington that are appropriate for it. They didn't pick any of them. They went halfway around the world. Brought this guy back to the UK. Why? Because he's a ruthless hitman. The guy that went after McDonald's, Virginia, the governor, got him on trial. By the way, every case that was private case is gone into the public. Everyone is but Jack Smith will do anything. So the problem in the document is he tampered with the evidence, he altered the evidence, and then he covered that up. He denied it, he covered it up. On Friday, he had to admit to the court that the evidence had been altered. It had been tampered with. So this is very bad for Jack Smith. Yesterday, the judge said postponing the whole case to get to the bottom of what crooked stuff happened. So think about this. Jack Smith is now under investigation for this classified document. They just tampered with everything to make it look like they were classified. You say, well, wait a minute, I saw the picture. But they had all the classified documents on the floor. Remember that picture? They're all laid out on the floor, and the covers is classified. All these big classified, top secret covers. Turns out that was all a hoax. Turns out they went out and got those covers and put them on ordinary documents to make it look like they were classified documents. So the judge, furious when he found that, they have to admit to this in court, that they got those fake covers and stapled them on just regular documents. So that case, the Fonnie Willis case, looks hopeless. Trump went to court to get her thrown off the case. The court ruled she could stay. Well, no, Trump appealed that and he's won. That case will probably never happen. The other case, the fourth case, was the Letitia James case. That will get talked
reported ahead. Red light camera reported ahead. Speed trap reported ahead.
passenger drop off. Okay, have a good day. Thank you for choosing us. 5-star. Tip the driver. Take care.
Okay. Time now for a check on the WOR Weather Channel forecast. Sunshine along with a few clouds here this afternoon. Pop-up shower storm at 86. Few clouds overnight tonight, low 62. On the watch for showers in the afternoon tomorrow with a high 71. And rain expected Friday, cooler temperatures 53. Saturday, clouds in the forecast.
Colombia.
60.
Viva Colombia. Viva Colombia.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches,
Viva
parents,
Colombia.
students, and administrators. Just visit PCADeadZone.org. Your next update is at 11 o'clock. Breaking news at 1.
Viva
I'll be there to start
Colombia.
your day with Len Berman and Michael Riedel in the morning, 6 till 10 tomorrow. I'm Larry Menti on 710 WOR.
Good day, everyone. I'm Ron on Wall Street. Stocks pulling back just a little bit this morning as the Dow pulls back a small double-digit amount. The S&P and the Nasdaq also declining modestly here in the early going. Tesla down more than 2% after the SEC is looking into securities fraud based around Tesla's claims with respect to self-driving automobiles. That stock that's a drag on the Nasdaq, along with Uber, which reported a disappointing forecast with its results. That stock down even more. The Dow is and the S&P and Nasdaq as stated down, also down. Crude oil futures down another half buck to 77.89 a barrel. Gold's down 7.30 to 23.16. Dollar firming up. Interest rates ticking higher on no news this morning. The yield on the 10-year note 4.48%, but still below 4.5 and down sharply from 2 weeks ago as investors on
Viva
Wall Street are
Colombia.
recalculating the path of interest rate policy from the Federal Reserve. We won't get any more inflation data until next week. It's a quiet week on the economic front. Corporate earnings continue to roll in off the line. So a quiet negative start to the day. We'll see whether or not there's a catalyst that turns around. I'm Ron Center for New York 710 WOR.
Jesse Kelly. You could become a political expert because of the wealth of information available in the palm of your hand. Podcast, radio, and we have all these good people don't have a dadgone clue what is going on, and it blows me away. Jesse Kelly, Al Logan, Al Raji, Al Katie, and weeknight at 6, 710 WOR. Hey, the best thing for you, not diet-wise.
Stay on top of your finances with the QuickBooks mobile app. View your money from anywhere and get deeper insights without key details scattered through spreadsheets. Send invoices on the go on any of your devices. Transactions are automatically categorized for review anytime, anywhere. It's easy to maximize your tax deductions and account for every mile of business trips. See more on the QuickBooks mobile app. Download the app today.
They use a special process of powder to keep as much nutrition as you can. And they put it into capsules and add it to the heated good thing. People say they want it.
Speed trap reported ahead.
Yes, meron na po akong nearly 1 million users. Wow. Fees, free, exchange rate, a very good exchange rate. Mabilis, mabagal, fast. Sobrang okay na, pati ako. Dito boy, pero teka, fee-free ka ba talaga? Wala pong fees. Kaya, send me now na.
I've seen people's lives and their families turn.
Palabra, you palabra.
Stay on top of your finances with the QuickBooks mobile app. View your money from
Yeah. How you doing? Nice jacket. Like Met Gala style, huh?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Speed trap reported ahead.
Here is good. You been here before? What? Thank you. Have a good day.
Speed trap reported ahead.
Speed poop reported ahead. gotta test. Alexa, what's your problem, Alexa? You got a problem? I'm your solution. I'm not your problem.
Take a look at the Things to Try section in the Alexa app.
Alexa app. Talking about the Alexa app. Talking about. Brian Park. Yeah.
Speed trap reported ahead.
You'll be in syndication for the rest of Natural Live. But don't you think somebody will pick it up, some streaming service, Amazon, somebody will pick it up? Well, I don't know. If they really wanted to, they could move it to Paramount Plus, which is the streaming part of CBS. But it's very expensive. Yeah, that's the other problem. It's a huge cast. It's the most unrealistic show. I love it, but it's totally unrealistic. First of all, you're supposed to believe Len Carey is the father of Tom Selleck. There's like a 2-year age difference between these two. I know somehow it works, but I don't know why it works. The Tom Selleck character, is always sitting at the head of the table, giving advice to everybody. But the advice you should give them is go find other jobs. This show is over. Oh, we love this show. We hope it's good. It's good stuff. Hey, let me say this. The Met Gala. I used to go to the Met Gala, and it was a very legal class. What the hell happened to it? Now it's like a this has been going on. It's a circus. I call it Halloween in the spring. It's a circus because Anna Wintour decided a while ago that she had to bring in all these sort of low-class Kardashians, Kanye West, and all this kind of thing. And they've lowered the standard tremendously. And now you see so many people stayed away from it this week, Monday night. You didn't see a lot of these people like Anne Hathaway and Lady Gaga, and Rihanna didn't come because she was sick. Taylor Swift didn't come. It was more about the people who didn't come than the people who came. People can't stand it anymore. It's enough already. Yeah. It's a pageant for the stupid. And it's a money loser. I love the way that the New York Times, I wrote a story on Monday saying that they were down $11 million from last year. And I see that the Anna Wintour's published immediately before. They're losing money, and it's not a success, and it's a bad look to the museum at this point. I don't think it's bringing anyone into the museum. The museum is the greatest museum in the world, and they have this nonsense going on. Plus, they almost had a big strike out front from the Condé Nast workers. So the idea was that because of the Met Ball, Condé Nast had to give in to the Condé Nast union on Monday. Otherwise, they would have had a big strike outside, and they didn't want that because the stars wouldn't have walked past the strike line. So it was just like a crazy, chaotic night. And there were pro-Palestinian people out there, and there were arrests. I mean, it's just a whole crazy thing. So it is time for Metropolitan Museum to reconsider what's going on at the moment. I think it's not for everybody. Well, I agree with being radically conservative. We love it. Bring the stories of the stuff and
Speed trap reported ahead.
WOR.com/mark. 710WOR.com/mark.
Before your day ends, get the story behind today's biggest headline. The John Bachelor Show, weeknights 9 to midnight, only on 710 WOR.
Hey, you can dive into the complexities of justice in the sports world, playing dirty sports scandals. It's a podcast. Each episode takes a look at a controversial case that made history in the sports world, uncovering untold stories, asking tough questions. You can hear it every week on the iHeartRadio app.
You're in pain. Admit it, but Topperson can change your life for the better. We help back, neck, and shoulder pain, arm or leg pain, arthritis, and just plain old wear and tear. If you or someone you love is suffering, try Topperson. Topperson Natural Pain Relief Cream is safe, moisturizing, and odor-free. Available at quality pharmacies and natural markets throughout the tri-state area at Amazon, Walmart, and Topperson.com. End your suffering today. Topperson, rub it in, use only as directed.
Hey, when my pillow first started, it was just a one-product company. But instead, with the help of their dedicated employees, they now have hundreds of products. Some you might not even know about. Get the word out. Perhaps $25 on the travel kit. Go to mypillow.com. Use the promo code WOR.
Attention, if you have Medicaid and live in New York and need assistance with daily living, you can receive a 100% free service and get help in the comfort of your own home by a loved one. Call Freedom Care now so you can receive daily help preparing meals, bathing, doing laundry, receiving transportation, and more. All done by a family member or friend that gets paid to be your caregiver. You get to decide who provides your care, and your caregiver gets paid instantly after their shift. It's all funded by Medicaid, so it's 100% free to you. Call in the next 10 days. It's rent-free for patients and caregivers. Freedom Care is number one in New York and receives a
Red light camera reported ahead.
coach is focused on developing a strategy while working with your CPA and attorney to personalize a strategy for you. If you're looking for a second opinion, give them a call for your no-obligation review. Call 888-988-5674 today. That's 888-988-JOSH. Want more financial wisdom on the go? Check out the Financial Quarterback Podcast, available on all major podcast platforms. Let Jelinski Advisory Group help guide you. All investments involve a degree of risk. Insurance services offered through Jelinski Advisory Group and advisory services offered through Wealth Quarterback LLC, SEC registered investment advisory firm. Memorial Day savings at PC Richard & Son.
WOR, WASQHD2 New York, an iHeart radio station. Listen on the free iHeart radio app for all your music, sports, talk, and podcasts. Free. Never sounded so good.
It's Johnny Bragg talking prostate cancer. 20 years ago, I came to Dr. Luther with prostate cancer. It was irritating. My stepfather died days after prostate surgery. My uncle never recovered from prostate surgery. I came to Dr. Luther with prostate cancer. At time PSA, Dr. Luther explained all options, shared his and comparison results. I trusted Dr. Lederman 20 years ago. Today, I trust Dr. Lederman even more. My prostate cancer is gone. My PSA is 0. My quality of life is great. You can trust Dr. Lederman too. Like me, for over 20 years. Call Dr. Lederman for prostate cancer. 212-CHOICES. That's 212-CHOICES. 1384 Broadway at 38th Street in Manhattan. Most insurance, Medicare, Medicaid, accepted. Call Dr. Lederman.
Speed trap reported ahead. Speed trap reported ahead.
New York. It's Mark Simone on 17 WOR. So you got these colleges going crazy. You got this Democratic chaos everywhere. Chaos at the border. Chaos in the crime law enforcement world. Chaos in the courtrooms. You got chaos all over the college campuses. FIT was the latest Fashion Institute of Technology. I don't know why they're all over after these demonstrations. 50 protesters arrested at FIT yesterday, including one of the leaders, so that's good news. Prince Harry, what's the deal here? Prince Harry's in England, his own father won't speak. Said he's too busy. Doesn't have time in his schedule. How does that make a big deal? And he may be the king of England, but the father? The father said, he even said, some age told him, what a great guy that calling around the Queen, made sure nobody looked under the hood there. But now it's happening. Hey, we got a lot to get to in the next hour. We'll get back to Donald Trump and Stormy Daniels, to the border, and a whole lot more coming up. Don't forget Buck Sexton and Clay Travis at noon today. Great show. And then 3 o'clock with Sean Hannity, the most listened to radio show in America.
This track is dry, but it's not really
on here every day, 10 to noon. Or listen anytime. Just get the podcast. Any place you get podcasts. Back after the news on 710 WOR. Our New York voices. WOR is always stood up for New York.
I know they speak for me.
We're your voice. The voice of New York. 710 WOR.
An iHeart radio station.
It is 72 degrees at 11 o'clock. Good morning, I'm Larry Menchie. Schools Chancellor David Banks is on Capitol Hill today. He's among those testifying about anti-Semitism in schools. This is the same House subcommittee that grilled college presidents who led to some of their resignations. Schools Chancellor David Banks will be joined by school heads of districts in Maryland and California.
We cannot allow hateful acts, whether physical or through anti-Semitic rhetoric.
There has been some incidents in the K-12 New York City school system since the Israel-Hamas war started, and includes a riot targeting a Jewish teacher and a school walkout calling for a ceasefire in the Gaza Strip. I'm Scott from WOR. Palestinian protests continue with cops have cleared out.
The NYPD made
Correspondent Mary Bruce. After some graphic testimony from Stormy Daniels at the Donald Trump hush money trial, there's a day off for everyone to read about whether it went too far.
The adult film star's 35-hour testimony included graphic details about her sexual encounter with the former president, shocking many.
But of course, I think she kind of like almost went and did like too much. You know, I thought it was kind of like more X-rated. That testimony should never have been allowed. It's not relevant.
Daniel's testimony had the judge gawking at certain points and jurors struggling to keep straight faces. Trump's legal team was seeking a mistrial that was ultimately denied by Justice Merchant, even though he agreed some parts of Daniel's story could have been left untold. Natalie Migliori, WLR News.
And TikTok is taking on the U.S. government. It's suing over that measure that could ban the platform if it's not sold by its Chinese owners.
They argue that a ban infringes on the rights of 170 million Americans who use the platform here in the United States. In this lawsuit, TikTok also points out that the Biden campaign continues to use the platform even after the president signed that bill into law. They insist that really undermines their argument that this poses a risk to American safety. The bottom line here, TikTok will remain available in the United States as this plays out in the court.
Correspondent Rachel Scott. The news is sponsored by Calvary Hospital. For 125 years, where life continues. WOR News Time is 11:04. Your WOR Weather Channel forecast is coming up next.
I've seen people's lives and families' lives turned completely upside down by devastating accidents. And that's why I started my law firm. I'm Eric Chapin, co-founder of Chapin Lahana Law. Our firm makes sure that you recover everything you're owed, including, for example, your lost wages, your medical expenses, as well as your pain and suffering. Our team has the experience, expertise, and personal injury cases to get you the best legal recovery while you focus on your health and healing. If you've been injured, call us and let us do good and right for you.
Go to ChapinLahana.com or call 800-476-8359 if you've been hurt because of someone else's negligence. Chapin Lahana will help you get the meaningful compensation you deserve. Call 800-476-8359 now. Our attorneys have recovered over $1 billion for victims like you. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Go to ChapinLahana.com or call us for your free case review. Call 800-476-8359. That's 800-476-8359. 800-476-8359.
Warm and humid here this afternoon. We'll be on the watch for a pop-up shower or storm at 86. Clouds overnight tonight, low 62. On the watch for showers during the afternoon hours tomorrow. Tomorrow's high 71. Rain on Friday, cooler 53. Saturday, clouds in the forecast, a high near 60. Marty Body this hour, 72. Richard and Medic on the Weather Channel on 710 WOR.
This report is sponsored by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. I'm tired of being paid with Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield, but their commitment to New York is the same. .com/NY Liberty. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Health Choice Assurance Inc.
It's 11:06. That's our news. Your next update is at 11:30. Breaking news at 1. I'll be there when you start your day with Len Berman and Michael Riedel in the morning, 6 to 10 tomorrow. I'm Larry Lenke on 710 WOR at NBC News radio station. WOR and
got to Monica Lewinsky one day, and she coupled Vicky Leonard with Monica Lewinsky and with under the most graphic sexual details. That was kind of the end of the Ken Starr case. The public got turned off to him, to the case. They realized it was just silly persecution. And that's where his whole impeachment efforts fizzled. Prosecutors here not learning the lesson from Starbucks. This kind of stuff yesterday. People do not want to see this in the public forum. Absolutely disgusting. Just shows you how rabid, ruling, rabid dog is prosecuted. So couldn't even come up with a clever strategy. So Biden, total chaos everywhere. That's Biden. His White House now currently working on how to get him, preparing to get him through the campaign. They'd like to think that he's not going to there'll be very short speeches now. Never make a real speech, just little short speeches. They think that's all get through. They'll never have never had a president who can't maintain a normal schedule. There's no White House schedule most days. Nothing's on the schedule. Never had that. He had the doctor who was his press secretary for a while. He's now on MSNBC. She said he's got to avoid the press. Never speaks to the press, ever. And he has to do an interview, do the View, which is like doing Howard Stern. A real left-wing, pandering, gentle. So that's basically it. Now you'll notice the only real interviews he's done this year. You're supposed to do interviews with serious journalists. Seth Meyers, Howard Stern, just to meet him to a pander and drool all over him and kiss him and hug him and never ask him a real question. You know, if you watch that Howard Stern interview, it was long. It's like an hour and a half. Never brought up Israel. Never brought up the war. Never brought up any real question. Just asked, what kind of ice cream do you like? That sort of stuff. Biden told 6 major lies, just concocted ridiculous stories. And Howard Stern just nodded like a bobblehead every sort of word. I mean, fact checkers just listening to this. You can't believe he told this whole fake story about getting arrested with a black family in Delaware. It's never happened. You remember he told the fake story about he was marching with Nelson Mandela and he got arrested in South Africa. It never happened. You remember the other day, I'm the first person in my family ever to go to college. A total lie. His parents went to college, his grandparents went to college. Just one lie after another, just never stops with him. But that's the strategy. Is just stick to interviews with comedians that love you, and that's it. Can you imagine we try to do a roast? All the left-wing Hollywood comedians, they would say it's impossible to make fun of it. We can't think of a single joke. Hey, speaking of which, the Tom Brady roast, that huge big hit on Netflix. It is right now the most watched show on Netflix. It's really crude and dirty, tacky and ugly, but it was pretty good. It was pretty funny. Jeff Ross is a great roaster. Brilliant as always. Everybody seems to love it. Critics love it. Everybody loves it. The fans love it. His ex-wife Giselle Bundchen hates it. She's furious, screaming, "How dare he do that? He put football ahead of his kids." I don't know. It's a roast. It's jokes. A lot of people think it was a very clever move on the part of Tom Brady. He's besides being an incredible athlete and a brilliant guy, very disciplined and working hard, he's quite the strategist. They think it was a brilliant move because he has this kind of too perfect aura about him, which causes a lot of people to hate him. When you look too perfect, you look like that high school class president, captain of a football team that everybody hates. But by doing the roast, kind of humanized him, made him seem more down to earth. So good move on his part. And we're talking about Prince Harry. So he goes to England, Prince Harry. He expects to see his father at some point. Your father your father was like chairman of Apple. You can see where he's got a lot going on. But he's king of England. He basically don't do anything. It's like a no-show job. Kind of an honorary position. You're the king. What do you do all day? Once in a while you need to cut a ribbon. Once in a while you got to make a speech. Once in a while you sit in the throne and wave at the parade. That's about the job. I mean, what do you so? Doesn't even have a real job, and he's too busy to see him. That's got to stink. That's got to really stink. Obviously, it's about that Meghan Markle. Hey, you notice we were talking about the Met Gala. That has become the trashiest kind of low-end celebrity, kind of Real Housewives, trashy kind of. And they decide who they want to invite. You notice this year, no Prince Harry and Meghan. They weren't invited. So Anna Wintour decided to pay 2 low-level taxes, even for the silly Met Gala. Billy Joel, the final 3 shows, Madison Square Garden. Final 3. Tickets are expensive. The cheapest ticket you can get right now, $400 for the final show. Cheapest ticket, $400. Now he'll be guilty. It's just the final one of the month. But you'll see at some point they'll come back and do Madison Square Garden. Hey, you know what? They call it a producer. Now, I don't know what that means. There are real producers. Then there's the fake producers who are these housewives with a lot of money. And what they do is they invest. They call it debt. But if you get up to, I think over 250,000, you put in 500,000, they'll let you call yourself a producer. Even though you're not really producers. If you know somebody, Housewife in New Jersey, Housewife in Long Island is producing 6 Broadway shows. It just means she's got a lot of money because of the show. They give her the fake producer title. She's not allowed to act, do anything, control anything. You can tell who the real thing is. He's not putting any money. In fact, he's getting $50,000. And he's probably getting $50,000 a week as a producer. That's the real thing. You're not appreciative of their own pocket ever. So imagine she didn't put in any money, but they wanted to call her the producer. They figured that's good for business. We don't really put the producer in this project. So they used her name. She agreed to pretend to be the producer. It's called Stuff. It's about Stuff the Jet. And it opened a few weeks ago, and apparently it's not doing well. It is struggling in the box office. The Hillary Clinton doesn't work very well. An election. Broadway, not going well. Not going well. See, those body cameras that they make the cops wear and everything, seems like a good idea, but the Department of Corrections...
Stop in the corner. You walk down.
Yeah, wherever it's easiest for you. Yeah, no problem.
Okay, God bless you.
All right, have a good one.
Good
Thanks.
luck. Caution, bus is done. Caution, bus is done. Caution, bus is done.
New York City is now installing the parking meters where you use the app.
Caution,
No more
bus
money,
is
no
done.
more credit cards, no anything. Just take out the phone. There's the app. You put in your license plate number. You put in the number of the meter. And then you pay through the app. Now, this is normal in the suburbs. You go to any suburb, they've been doing this for the last couple of years. But people in the city aren't used to it. So it's a much better system. You don't have to have any money. Nobody has any money anymore. Remember, you used to put quarters in a meter? Nobody's seen a quarter in 5 years. Nobody has seen cash or coins in years. So you pay with the app, much easier. much easier. And then you can look at the app wherever you are and show you how much time is left on the meter. And some of them you can put more money in through the app without having to go back to your car. So it's a pretty good deal. Sean Hannity's house. See that in the paper yesterday? Sean's selling his house. It was in the Wall Street Journal over the weekend, New York Post yesterday. It's a beautiful house. I've been in that house. Actually, sometimes you look at these real estate ads and say, maybe it doesn't look as good in person. This house looks even better than the pictures. Spectacular house, right on the water, absolutely magnificent. Center Island, Long Island, that's Oyster Bay. Billy Joel is like 2 houses away. It is a great deal if you want the house, but $13.7 million. But somebody in that price range who wants a great Long Island house, it is even better than the pictures, even better than the ad. That's a little, I don't like a house that far from everything. Some people like that, they want to be away from everything. But great house. What else? The mayor leaving tomorrow, going to Italy for 1 week. Nobody can figure out why. Nobody can figure out what the hell he's doing in Italy for a week.
Speed trap reported
for a guy
ahead.
that spends all his money on suits and ties and tailors, I would imagine that's the reason. I would think that's the reason. Hey, we always say about how when government does anything, when they yell about infrastructure, this is trouble. Biden, infrastructure. Why do they love infrastructure? Because they can, and they never do any infrastructure. When Biden and Democrats yell about infrastructure, hey, Republicans are pretty bad on this too, but especially Biden. Infrastructure. Look how many billions, because they waste all the money. None of it goes to where it's supposed to go. When they do an infrastructure project, they overpay by 10,000%. They waste all your money. All these contracts go to donors, potential donors, unions they love. Here's a good example, great example. California, high-speed railway, high-speed rail bridge. They've been working on it for 9 years, this high-speed rail. They spent $11 billion. Now think about this, $11 billion over 9 years on this high-speed rail. They got 1,600 feet done. 1,600 feet for $11 billion. This is a crime of the century, total waste of time. At this rate, they said it would cost taxpayers $100 billion. Well, maybe more, maybe $500 billion, and it would not be finished until the year 2400. So this is what happens when government does infrastructure. $11 billion. 9 years later, they only got 1,600 feet done. As people have pointed out, you could walk the 1,600 feet in 4 minutes. That's government when they do infrastructure. Hey, we'll take some calls in a minute. 800-321-0710 is the number. 800-321-0710. Check out the webpage now. This is the lesson these prosecutors should have learned. When you get graphic sexual testimony, it kills your case. Watch what happened with Ken Starr and Bill Clinton. This is when Bill Clinton had to testify under oath. Now, I'm just warning you, this video is extremely graphic, sexual. You're going to hear about nipples and sodomy and Bill Clinton, excruciating detail about what he did with Monica Lewinsky. Watch his face when they ask him about the cigar. Now this is ugly. Watch him testifying under oath in extreme detail about the sex. He also on the webpage, Kathy Hochul, pandering to some audience, makes the most insulting comment about black youth. People are demanding she apologize. Take a look at this. It's all up on the webpage. Go to 710WOR.com/Mark. 710WOR.com/Mark. Mark Simone. You know what he thinks. Tell him what you think on 710-WOR. 800-321-0710. 800-321-0710. Hi, Travis and Buck Sexton. New York and LA, both out of control, both virulently anti-Semitic in a way, frankly, that has never occurred that I have seen in my life. When we told you this is basically BLM 3.0, the Alinskyite left, that's what this is. There were a lot of people who have nothing to do with the school who were at these protests. Think about that. The voices you need for times like this. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton. Weekdays at noon on 710 WOR.
Hey, Balance of Nature makes a great product. You know, the most important thing in your diet, nutrition, is lots of fruits and vegetables. So to help you out, they put it into capsules. You just take this every day. It'll give you a good dose of fruits and veggies every day. They take 31 different whole ripened fruits and vegetables, use a special process to powder them that keeps as much nutrition as you can, and you just add this to your daily vitamin supplement routine. It's really good for you. It's good for your gut health, heart health, immune system. You can get 35% off your first order. Just use the code WOR. Go to balanceofnature.com, balanceofnature.com, and to get the discount, use the code WOR.
Thinking of selling your home? Don't just sell out, max out. Sell your home once and get paid twice. Here's how it works. Max Out Homes buys distressed homes at their current market value, offering an immediate payment. No delays, no hassle. Once that's done, our team of experts will maximize your home's value and pay you a piece of the profit. For more information, call 800-800-5032. That's 800-800-5032. Whether we rehab and resell, expand, or even rent, we handle it all, and you'll get a percentage of the profit. We buy homes in poor condition, foreclosures, inherited homes, homes with reverse mortgages, homes with non-paying tenants, even land. Call us now, 800-800-5032. Remember, sell once, get paid twice with Max Out Homes. Call 800-800-5032. That's 800-800-5032. Or visit maxouthomes.com. If you're a wholesaler, investor, realtor, or lawyer, we want to work with you. Call 800-800-5032. Result varies. Conditions apply. Get slimmer for the summer by losing a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40 plus pounds in only 40 days with NJ Diet. Call 855-5NJ-DIET or go to NJDiet.com. Get ready for summer with NJDiet.com.
NBA fans, this is Celtics in-house reporter Mark D'Amico, and I'm teaming up with two more Celtics insiders. The boys from
אחרי זה הוא אומר הוא לא רצה כי אני נוכל. תקשיב יא מסכן, אם אתה
מכרת את אשתך בשביל לייבים יא מסכן.
תקשיב טוב, אתה הטרדת את סיוון וזממת אותה. אני בחיים לא אמרתי אליי. אתה זממת, רצית להזכיר לבית שעכשיו הנה בוא נספר את הסיפור האמיתי. הוא אמר לה תעזבי את הבית, אני רוצה לממן אותך.
חתיכת מסכן, המשפחה של אשתך לא רוצים אותך.
שני הילדים שלי, קובי שים אותו על השטק, תכבד אותי, אחרי זה הוא יגיב.
לא, תן לו לדבר, אחרי זה
תקשיב טוב.
אף אחד לא מתערב לאף אחד, יש לך את כל הבמה.
עכשיו תקשיב טוב קובי, אתה בן אדם אמיתי, אבל אני רוצה שתקשיב טוב. בילדים שלי לא ביקשתי ממנו שקל, זה אחד. שתיים, הבן אדם זמם על סיוון, אמר לה בואי אני אזכיר לך דירה, הוא רצה אותה. תקשיב איזה בן זונה, היינו נשואים אז. סיוון כמובן, אחד בגלל שהוא דוחה ושמן ומסריח מכל הגוף, היא לא רצתה לשמוע, ובית היא גם לא רצתה אף אחד. זה הדבר השני, הבן אדם בכלא. אבל הבן אדם הזה, דודו יוסף, זה בן אדם שפגע באישה חסרת ישע. פגע באישה חסרת ישע והוא בכלא על זה. עכשיו דודו תקשיב טוב, איפה שאני לא אהיה אני אפרסם את האמת עליך. אתה לא תצא מהבית. אתה לא תצא מהבית.
שומע, יא חתיכת סחבה, אני יודע מי אני ומה נעצרתי. וכל העולם מכיר אותי.
אתה פגעת באישה חסרת ישע. פגעת באישה חסרת ישע. אני אשים את הפרוטוקולים אצלי. אתה יכול לדבר עליי.
יאללה מברוק.
אתה יכול לדבר עליי. יא חתיכת מסריח, יא דוחה.
אתה חתיכת שרמוטה אם אתה לא תעשה את זה. ואתה יודע מה? עכשיו אני אעלה את כל מה שאמרת על אשתך וכל מה שאשתך אמרה. שהיא לא רוצה להתגרש ממך, היא הסרבה.
נכון,
היינו בפיצויים. אני לא רוצה להגיד לך שאנשים שזינו אותה ויש סרטונים שלה
שמור על הפה שלך, תקשיב טוב.
שמרו על כבוד. לא, דודו, כפרה, דודו.
אף אחד לא נגע בה, היינו בסכסוך, היא לא רצתה.
גבר, אח שלי, אני יודע מדעים אישית שיש סרטונים וצילומים שלה בצימר שמזיינים אותה אישית. WAVs. Yeah, Hannah, yeah. Going downtown.
Is there a faster way to go?
Yeah, I will tell you. We'll take the highway. Let's see how long it will take. It's 11:48. 12 minutes about. We have a meeting.
I thought it went quite poorly on cross-examination. So Eli Honig on CNN, they probably didn't want to hear that. There was like 9 people there. Everyone kind of froze when he said it. Bill Hemmer's here, fresh off doing his show. How you doing, brother? Nice to know for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Good to see you. Nice to see you. Bill's excited because he's got his Fox Nation specialist now out. He's available right now. Battle for the Arctic with Bill Hemmer. Can you feel all your limbs yet? In all candor, my right big toe was gone for a month. A month. It's all back. Right, good. Your response, I was watching that last night live, and I was like, oh, but the other thing is that Honig was out of the corner, but the guy who was left was. And he was casting even more shade on the proceedings from yesterday. And he was sitting there watching all this. So I thought that was interesting. I also thought on Friday afternoon, when Hope Hicks got off the stand, I was watching a lot of different cable nets trying to get what their take is. And I guess to your listeners, they have to be reminded that we have producers and reporters, some inside the courtroom, not many, but a few others in the overflow room, because there's not a lot of room. A lot of time it's better in the overflow room, right? Because you can see every angle. That is, you're right about that, because you can see the monitor. Yeah. You cannot when you're inside the courtroom. Understand it's very tight. It's hard to see Trump because you're sitting behind him, et cetera, et cetera. But what we're doing here is we're literally reading our emails that our producers send us from down at the courtroom. Right? So what this first guest last night on CNN said, I was in the courtroom and here's what I saw, and this is why I think the jurors may not take kind to this. He was explaining how they were writing notes and then suddenly stopped when Trump's attorney was cross-examining her. And you can draw whatever conclusions you want. He wasn't sure. It was either, I'm writing this down because this is important, or I want to remember this later, or I'm not writing right now because I really want to know what she has to say. Honig picked up on that and said, because Honig is doing what we're doing. He's reading the emails and trying to interpret what's going on inside the courtroom. It's really hard stuff to do here. I don't know if they've got a couple jurors on there who are going to be sympathetic to Trump. You only need one, right? Well, you only need one. You're right about that. And this whole idea about a mistrial, I respect the legal views of the people on the Fox News channel so much. Andy McCarthy is one of the most prolific legal writers you will ever find. Yep. He's never been wrong. Jonathan Turley is tremendous. Our people across the board believe that this judge shouldn't be on this case. Absolutely not. Have you heard about judges? If that's the case, on Thursday morning, when they reconvene, he said 36 hours to think about this push for a mistrial. I don't know of a court case. If you've got a lawyer who can get on your show and tell me otherwise, I would really like to hear. If the judge said, I think we've gone too far from the bench, or you have gone too far, and you cannot expect the jury to just discard what they have heard, because they might be looking at the big case, not getting caught up in the who wrote what check, and just go, this president was too hard. I don't write that. I'm just saying, and this is more important. This isn't just a regular case. We can call it a trial. It should be handled with private legal care. And we'll see what happens at 9:30 tomorrow. They're probably talking 20 minutes, and I don't know what will come out of that. But there's no reason for it to get into detail about what you said happened between those two. And what the prosecutor said at one point was, hey guys, you should have objected more. And the defense said,
Speed camera reported ahead.
As the Democratic activist in fundraising. He continues. You have a gag order allowing an airplane to with the leading candidate for the presidency may say an election on the weaponization of the legal system. You have a lead prosecutor, Matthew Colangelo, who not only left the Biden Justice Department to revive this case, but once worked for the Democratic National Committee. You have a case based on 2 dead misdemeanors shot back into life by a still mysterious theory of an undefined crime. It's crazy. Shot back to life. CPR. Bam.
All right, the other area, I just want to let you hear this. This is another CNN analyst. Cut 5, Paul Reed.
Right off the bat, Susan Nicholas got Stormy Daniels to admit that she hates Trump. She says, yes, I hate him. They point out the fact that Stormy Daniels has said publicly that she will, quote, stand if Trump went to jail. Stormy Daniels says, I don't owe him expletives, and I'll never give that orange turd a dime. Now, Daniels said that this tweet is in retaliation for what he says about her. Now, this is when it got really heated, because Nicholas confirmed, you called me several times, and Daniels said to her to jail, saying yes, because you made fun of me first. And this is pretty, this is the law is pretty something, right? This is pretty toddler-esque conduct and lack of accountability, but what the defense is very effectively getting at is Daniel's disdain for the defendant. So this so far has been a very effective and
Paul Reed. A couple of things here. The judge blamed Trump's lawyers for not objecting more. Yes, I think they understand the objections legally.
You going to the hotel building?
Yes.
Oh, sure.
That's true, Vice President. That'll be the spot. Over and over and over again. I don't know what happens to. So let's turn, if we can, to some of the riots that we've been seeing in the streets. Before we get that, we know George Washington University finally took down the city crap all over George Washington's statue. We know they finally broke up the encampments there. But do you know they just did a poll in Axios? Did you guys run this today?
Okay, have a good day. Good luck. Take care.
Speed trap reported ahead.
The conflict in the Middle East, Gaza, is ninth. But yet no one's out there for green energy necessarily. No one's out there for healthcare access. They're out there for the ninth most important thing. How important do you think it is to get to the bottom of who's financing this, where that money's coming from, what the agenda is behind it? When you know fundamentally working around campus, this is the ninth most.
Yeah, you know, we had a woman on who reported for the Free Press earlier today because there's this iconic picture from Colombia, and it's a picture before the world really noticed that they were going inside of the main hall. Was it Hawthorne Hall? What was it? I can't remember the main administrative, but Hamilton Hall. Thank you, administrative building. Thank you very much. And there's a janitor in there. He's 45 years old. He's got himself pinned up against the wall, and they got a picture of him, right? That was a 40-year-old agitator from Brooklyn who lives in a $2.3 million brownstone. Down the street from his parents who live in a $3.4 million brownstone. And Brian, this is the first time we've really started to chip away about the identities and backgrounds of a lot of agitators.
Yeah, that's Mario Torres, the Columbia janitor. Cut 35.
I think it all comes down to the school. And it's not really public safety's fault. But even though I felt abandoned by them, but I think the school could have done more to A, prevent it, and to be there for us when we needed them. We don't expect to go to the road and get warmed by an energy house with rope and duct tape and masks and gloves. It's the last thing on our minds. you know, there's the issue. Was there security breaches before? Yes. Should there have been more security? Absolutely. Did we know about the history of that? No, but I'm sure like I said, someone did, and they should have protected us a little more. That's it. You know, public safety is two buildings down or up there in Rome. I'm in Hamilton. I didn't see, even when I left the building, I didn't see one public safety officer. What's that about? You know what I mean? Were they told to stay in place or something? I don't know, but they didn't tell us that. We had to fight our way out. You understand?
Communication is terrible everywhere now. As the father and the husband, and he's worried about losing his job. And keep an eye on the story and see what Columbia does, whether or not they discipline him. But back to the story I told you.
Just hold that thought because we're going to come back. We're going to talk a little about your Arctic too.
Oh, I love that.
Back in a minute.
It's Brian Kilmeade. On Talk Radio 77 WABC.
The radio ads about the IRS, they tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocate is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-550-8178. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. If we catch your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problem. We have a 5-star rating on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmares today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-550-8178. That's 800-550-8178. Tax Relief Advocate. Real solutions for real people.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Angie's List is now Angie's, and we've heard a lot of theories about why.
I thought it was an eco move. Your words, less paper. It was so you could say it faster. No, it's to be more iconic. It must be a tech thing.
But those aren't quite right. It's because now you can compare upfront prices, book a service instantly, and even get your project handled from start to finish.
Sounds easy.
It is, and it makes it so much more than just a list. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI. Or to download the app today.
In 2024, you get more at Ramsey Mazda. More selection, over 750 new vehicles available, and more savings on their entire Mazda lineup. Like a new 2024 Mazda CX-5, starting at just $29,942. Or the Mazda CX-30, starting at just $25,745. Or drive the all-new 2024 Mazda CX-90, starting at just $38,274. With third-row seating and expansive cargo space. The Mazda CX-90 is the SUV that gives you more in 2024. Ramsey Mazda is the proud recipient of the 2023 President's Club Award and the 2024 Cars.com Consumer Satisfaction Award. Visit RamseyMazda.com and let them make shopping for your new Mazda fast, easy, and convenient with their modern state-of-the-art showroom on Route 17 North in scenic Ramsey, New Jersey. Get more in 2024 in a new Mazda from Ramsey Mazda. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Listen to this podcast now on the Red Apple Podcast Network. Cop Talk with Captain Ed Mametz and Detective Kevin Schroeder.
We're excited to welcome the legendary Joe Piscopo. So a few years ago, you did that series for Law Enforcement Against Drugs.
We have a big league conference in Orlando. Law Enforcement Against Drugs, started by Nick DeMoro, former cop. He's got the cops in the school. The curriculum is great because you bring the police in uniform, and they talk to the kids, and they have a nice camaraderie, and it builds a great synergy between the police and the children to stop bullying, stop violence, to stop drug addiction, and then the kids graduate. So when you graduate, there's a lead car with all the decals on it. It comes up, they get a certificate. Great organization, international. When I go down, I've talked to people from the Congo. I was in Vegas with Sergeant Joe and Peretries, and we went down to Vegas, Clark County, because the schools needed some help out there. Thank you for mentioning that. Law enforcement against drugs. It should be in every school.
Download all of Red Apple Media's podcasts right now through your favorite podcast platform.
From his mouth to your ears, it's Brian Kilmeade.
Will China come here? I think China definitely considers themselves a near-Arctic nation, and what that means to them is they reserve the right to operate in this environment. They have icebreakers, they're building more. I think that the partnerships that they have up here are not clear to me. And so I'm not sure that Russia and China are on the same page on what the future of the Arctic holds. The United States, conversely, has partners. What difference does that make? It makes a tremendous difference. I mean, our ability to stage up here in these types of environment, to work with Canada in particular, is just something that no one can replicate. Russia and China cannot replicate that.
So that is a little Bill Hemmer Arctic special. It's called Battle for the Arctic with Bill Hemmer, available now exclusively on Fox Nation. And there's a battle up there. I mean, the Russians just wanted to take it, and China wants to take it and told us to get out. But we're not going to take that.
I think there are so many stories that are happening on the top of the world. The final frontier, I think you could argue that a lot of people don't pay attention to it, but they need to. This was 3 days of an adventure that I had never had before in my life. Nothing even close. You were just listening to Admiral Connell. Great guy. 4-star Admiral. He'll be here for Fleet Week in New York in a couple weeks' time. You should meet him. He's terrific.
You going to bring him in?
Oh, yeah. He's already booked. So his main concern is that Putin's going to charge you for transit on certain routes over the Arctic. And you can see why there can be such an advantage for shipping. Because you can cut off weeks for material that you could move around the world.
Is it because things are melting?
There is Arctic ice melt, and that's part of the reason why the area is changing so much. There are some who believe that the White House believes by the year 2030 that for a couple weeks during the summer, like late August or early September, you could get what's known as a blue Arctic, and you could actually go over the North Pole. But now listen, this is in the Mediterranean, Brian. You're going to have to go with nuclear-powered icebreakers, and Russia has those. We do not. We have 2 that belong to the Coast Guard. Russia's got 37, a handful of which are nuclear-powered. My point is, you'd be able to do it, but still you're going to need the icebreakers to go along in case you have a problem. So that's one aspect of the story. The other aspect of the story is China. China does not have any territory on the Arctic Circle. But in 2018, they declared themselves a near-Arctic nation. No one else recognized it, but they cut a deal with the Norwegian government, and they set up a lab about 75 degrees north latitude, kind of where we were, up in the Beaufort Sea, Arctic Ocean. And they're studying the rare earth minerals, the natural gas, and the oil that you may at some point be able to extract from the Arctic Ocean beneath that ice. It was an amazing trip. It made me think about things that I rarely have in my life. And thanks to the U.S. Navy for making that happen.
Yeah, that's great. And he's going to be here Fleet Week. Got to send him up to Radiohead.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Is that okay?
He'll talk about anything.
All right.
Great cat. I'll make sure that happens.
Oh, that'll be great. I also think it's going to be very interesting to see this new... Did you watch the Tom Brady roast?
I saw just bits and pieces of it. I have not watched the 3 hours.
I'm going to bounce something off you.
Go.
The age of political correctness and cancel culture is over.
Can you take the L out of lover because it's over?
I've never heard that expression. Have you heard that expression?
Of course you have. You can find that.
I've never heard that expression.
You can find that in an old country song. Take the L out of lover, baby, because
when you
over.
see what they say?
I saw. I read some of the transcripts about his family. I was like, whoa, pull it back, boys.
You say some Dave Chappelle, you thought that was big. This is off the charts, and I think it's good. They're the icebreakers. It's over. We're back to normal now, Bill Hemmer. We're going to watch you tomorrow night for 11. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with everything I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular
macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of dry AMD called geographic atrophy, or GA. This struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, colors appear dull or washed out. For others, hazy or blurred vision make it hard to see detail, like fine print on price tags. Many have trouble seeing in the dark, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you think you have GA, don't wait. Treatments are available. Ask a vision specialist about FDA-approved treatments for GA and go to GAWon'tWait.com.
WABC New York and 107.1 WL Institute of Technology is. Protesters refused to shut down their demonstration at the FIT campus on West 27th Street. It took about a half an hour for a university cleaning crew to clear that encampment. Former President Trump's classified documents case in Florida indefinitely postponed. The trial was supposed to start in late May, but now will probably be delayed until after the election. The judge in that case, Eileen Cannon, says there are a number of pretrial issues that need to be resolved. Meanwhile, Mayor Eric Adams says Rikers Island is prepared if former President Trump is sent to jail amid his gag order and alleged violations of that order in his ongoing trial. Prosecutors claim he falsified business records, and the judge in that case, Juan Merchan, has threatened to hit Trump with jail time because Trump isn't allowed to discuss witness credibility publicly per that judge. Stocks are mixed on Wall Street. The Dow up 75 points here at midday. And from the Ramsey Mazda weather desk, showers should taper off this afternoon, cloudy otherwise, and gradually becoming mostly sunny with a high near 84, gusty winds, overnight partly cloudy, falling to 61. The news never stops at WABCRadio.com, 73 degrees, skies are overcast. I'm James Flippin. 77 WABC, D'Agostino and Associates, the injury firm's chime time is 12:01.
I'm John D'Agostino from D'Agostino and Associates, the injury firm. 888-24-LAW-24. Call me for a free consultation. D'Agostino, Law, Fight Back.
Talk Radio 77 WABC.
So Curtis, you are our next host here with the Rip and Read, and I don't know if you were listening during Brian Kilmeade's show, but I understand you were once upon a time, maybe you still consider yourself a never Trumpster, but a caller had an idea about bringing together the red MAGA hat and the red beret.
Steve, WABC, real quick.
Okay, here it is. I have small following. Okay, I'm very little bit on the internet. I love WABC. Here's the picture. Everybody loves and hates the MAGA hat. Everybody loves and hates the red beret. They're both worldwide known, worldwide. Curtis Lee was the vice president. They're both the hardest working people in America. They're both fighting for the same thing. Freedom, justice. Curtis Lee was a never Trumpster. He's changed his mind now. Now he knows the truth. I think this needs to get out to Donald Trump.
I'm the most powerful radio station in the nation by day from coast to coast. And when I'm on the weekends, when it's dusk, the most powerful radio station in the world. Wow, that's an interesting interpretation. I think that comes from the fact that I cannot understand how the only person that Alvin Bragg wants to put in jail is President Donald Trump.
Yeah? Well, I mean,
everybody look at all these demonstrations. Let's track it. Timeline. October 7th, Hamas attacks Israel, slaughters baby, women, children, takes hostages. Horrific violence. October 8th, first demonstration, remember, in Times Square by the Democratic Society of the
Democratic Socialists of America.
Thank you very much for correcting me on that. I'm so angry. Man, free PlayStation! Yeah, flash mob!
You're talking about Kai Cenat.
All right, so reset this for our audience because obviously most of them do not even know who this enemy of society is. Give us a little bit of background.
All right, so you're talking about back in August of 2023, last year. It was early August, and this guy, Kai Cenat, is actually from the Bronx originally. He's a Twitch streamer, which is like, one of these websites where you stream video content. And he had invited some of his fans, some of his followers, to join him in New York City for a PlayStation giveaway.
And this was supposed to be in Union Square, but to say that it got out of hand quickly would be an understatement. They didn't hire proper security. Cops were attacked. It eventually just basically descended into a full-out riot. There were people standing on cars. People were using fire extinguishers in terms of going after cars, jumping up on vehicles. Dozens of people did get arrested that day. But yeah, they have announced now, the Manhattan District Attorney's Office, they declined to prosecute Kai Cenat for his role in allegedly inciting a riot. And Cenat and two others have paid over $57,000 in restitution, which apparently led prosecutors to drop charges.
That's nothing. That's one day's pay, fam. You know that. He makes mad money,
I don't know, 57 grand one day. I don't know the streaming game, so I guess.
He's making millions. He lives in a mansion outside of Atlanta now. He's originally from the Bronx. And I got to tell you this, he did a flash mob. So once he got up, he said, I'm giving away free PlayStation. By the way, never gave away one free PlayStation. And then he's driving through the Union Square area. Remember, all those kids were coming out of the subways. They were coming out of every nook, cranny, and corner. They basically took over the park, flash mob. They picked up all the construction debris because they're doing construction there. They're throwing rocks and 2x4s at the cops who try to respond. Then it was Jeffrey Madry. You may have known him. He's that heavy-set black police guy who is serving as the chief of the New York Police Department. He's like number 2 only to Eddie Caban, the police commissioner. He's there. He calls it level 3, which means a sergeant and 4 cops from every precinct, immediate emergency, jump in your car, come to Union Square. He's calling this. The young people see this, they turn on him, they start attacking him. The other cops had to pick up plywood to protect him because he's got something wrong with his hip or his knee. He fell down. They were like ready to stomp him to death. They're hitting him, they're smashing him, and the other cops are holding up the plywood to protect him. And then finally they drove off the enemies of society who didn't get their PlayStations. They ran down Broadway. They attacked restaurateurs. They busted up windows. They just like went crazy like locusts to a cornfield. And you mean to tell me the guy who started it all, no charges by Alvin Bragg? So typical.
Well, I mean, look, and I'm not speaking for the Manhattan District Attorney's Office here, but, you know, any prosecutor has to consider the resources they have, the time available to their defense, and make a decision.
Preparing Stormy Daniels.
Make a decision as to what cases.
All right, you have a job. Your job is to call up Eric Adams before, you know, he jets off to Rome. Oh, you don't want to miss segment 2. Nobody better turn it down. I'm going to be telling you what Eric Adams and his bagman Frank Carone are going to be doing in Rome at the Vatican Bank. The Vatican Bank. But you call up Eric Adams. Oh, who's that guy, that propaganda minister there that got a promotion, that gets paid the money of a deputy mayor? What's his name?
You love calling this guy out. Fabian Levy.
Yeah,
the guy that we talked to.
Does the mayor have a response to the fact that his friend Alvin Bragg cut loose the guy almost responsible for the death, or at least the physical injury to Jeff Madry? Look at the videos. I remember it like this. Oh my God, they're going to kill this poor guy. And you know I'm no fan of Jeff Madry. But that crowd surrounding him, they were attacking him. Thank God the other cops took up the plywood, the Home Depot plywood, and covered him and protected him. Let's see if Eric Adams finally is going to name and shame his very dear friend, the turn-em-loose DA, Alvin Bragg, except when it comes to Donald Trump. In fact, it was Eric Adams yesterday who was asked, hey, you have room on Rikers Island for Donald Trump? Oh, we got plenty of room. How ridiculous. If you were the mayor, you would say, even if he ended up being sent by the judge to jail, plenty of places in Manhattan to put him. You don't send him to Rikers Island. It'll cost cash.
Oh, I like what I'm hearing. Perhaps you're trying out your chops as a potential VP nominee over there.
Boy, I remember. Slowly I turned step by step. I've had a love-hate relationship with Donald Trump for 30 years. There was that moment at the 69th Street Armory. Cindy Adams was there. She'll remember. She just turned 95. She was the hostess. Both Donald Trump and Curtis Lee were receiving the award from the New York State Conservative Party. This is before Mike Long became chairman. We were at the 69th Street Armory. There was absolutely no air conditioning. It was in the summer. And I turned to Donald Trump, and he turned to me, and I said, Donald, you're no conservative. And he goes, you're no conservative. I said, what are we going to do? Make the best of it. The conservatives love us first. And we both gave speeches. By the way, he even said, don't ever follow Curtis Lewa in giving a speech.
Yeah, well.
But he was in the penguin suit, you know, the tuxedo. I was in the red sateen jacket, red beret. We were together like brothers in solidarity. But he was no conservative, and I was no conservative.
Well, you know, some things, you know, they have the ability to change.
Curtis Lewa was a never Trumpster.
But, you know, maybe not anymore.
Well,
Curtis Lewa was a never Trumpster.
Exactly.
2021, he is correct. He's not lying, that caller. But right now, I'm saying,
I'm going to change to Lambo.
You want to put in jail in this
Change it to Lambo time.
Manhattan with all these white-collar crooks, blue-collar crooks, no-collar crooks, is President Donald Trump.
The Manhattan District Attorney's Office has declined to prosecute Kai Cenat.
I know, and I want you to find out from Eric Adams if this is okay because that mob attacked Jeffrey Madry, who he loves, #2 guy in the police department. And that's okay that Alvin Bragg just turns this guy loose, who's responsible for mayhem, chaos, a riot, flash mobbing, all of that. Give Eric Adams the litmus test now, would you please? Now, by the way, normally if you were nominating, I'd tell you to get the hell out of here, but because your mother listens, I have to be respectful, as difficult as it is to your mother, especially with Mother's Day.
Yes, that's right.
Upon us. Happy Mother's Day, Miss Jeff what's your name again? Flippin.
Yes, Mrs. Flippin. Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, change it to Lambo, please. Everybody change it to Lambo. Thank you for sticking out with AYAVLOGZ.
Expenses these days.